in God's Word. Today, March 3rd, Numbers 32 and 33, and Mark chapter 10. And I want to take some time in Numbers chapter 33. Now, if you've already read today's reading, you'd be like, what? Why? And as you start to read it, if you're just checking it out now, I'll give you a moment. What you'll see is it's a record of the movements of the people of Israel. So these are the stages of the people of Israel when they went out of the land of Egypt by the companies under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. Moses wrote down their starting places, stage by stage, by command of the Lord, and these are the stages according to their starting places. And so, you could kind of unearth some gems there by walking through all the places of the land and seeing how many days they stayed here and how many days they stayed there. But what I think is interesting about all of that is by keeping a record, they're able to look back and I hope realize that God knew where they were all along. That they weren't lost in the wilderness. That He wasn't far off. They should have known, right? The pillar by fire and the cloud by night, the cloud by day, pillar of fire. And it's great encouragement to me that something so many years ago, with such detail, such remembrance, doesn't impress me that Moses wrote it down, but they did so at the command of God. Because God always was going to know where they were. But He wanted the people to know that He knew. You see? He knows you. He knows where you are. He knows what's going on in your life. He's waiting and He's watching. He's leading you to the next phase, the next stage, whether you're young or old. Maybe it's the next house, maybe it's the next town. Who knows? There's no point where He goes, I lost them. Right? No. This is a big group. And so to keep them moving, keep them on the go all these years, to provide for them, He's a good guy. A good God. The end of the chapter is instructions about driving out the inhabitants of the land that are going to come soon into play. And it's going to go, well, if you do, if you don't, and there in verse 55, they will be as barbs in your eyes and thorns in your sides, and they shall trouble you in the land where you dwell, and I will do to you as I thought to do to them. Like, what? Yeah. What the Lord is telling them is full obedience is necessary to receive full blessing. Many times we just go for the bare minimums, the bare necessities, right? And God's not interested in us giving Him just notice, giving Him, a little check box. Oh yeah, love God. No, He wants all of us. He wants complete obedience. He's a holy God. He would ask for nothing less. The blessings come in the obedience. Doesn't mean hardships don't come. But continue to walk with Him so much better. He knows the way that you should go. Till next time, keep growing little by little.